and welcome to a Quickie with Miss B. Today is Thursday, almost done with that work week if you're a Monday through Friday person. Anyways, today's topic is going to be party holidays. If you missed any of the previous episodes from Monday through Wednesday, go back and check them out, especially if you need a laugh, a good laugh, several good laughs. And with that, let's get started. All right, let's start off by talking about parties. Like, there's nothing that could possibly go wrong there, right? Everybody's thinking at this moment, yeah, no, not so much.
You're the queen of special parties.
Yes.
I have not. It's odd because in the wonderful world of the internet, I haven't been to one of the parties, but I haven't missed one yet.
I know.
I've been victimized at the parties.
As have several other people who sat in that hot seat.
Yes, indeed. It is, yeah. Parties are very special, and I can remember there was a lot of embarrassing moments at some of those.
Especially when you add alcohol. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, every year I have an annual girls' dinner party, and we have a theme with those parties. And so it's just kind of an excuse to get together once a year to kind of catch up and have a good time and let our hair down. And sometimes we let our hair down way too much.
Yeah. They just take the wigs off.
Oh yeah. Throw those to the wind. But I gotta tell you, the funniest and the most embarrassing one ever was when Jen, my friend, who's very quiet, a little bit more on the conservative side until you add alcohol, started talking about her boyfriend, Brett Michaels. And a certain body part came up in topic. And let me just say it's below the waist. And we'll leave it at that.
So he's got big feet.
Well, yes, that's one way of putting it. Which I couldn't believe that she said. And she was just going on and on, as a matter of fact. And we're all just laughing. And, you know, the more she talked, the funnier and embarrassing I think it got for her.
Oh, my word. I've had some lovely ones. My favorite, though, didn't involve me. I wasn't the idiot.
Not this
right
time.
now, see, right, there's a wave of applause going across the country, and even in France, when we're popular in France, they're going, oui, 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 John, no stupid, yeah, oui, oui.
Yeah.
No, it was not me this time, no stupido.
Nope.
It was somebody else who attended the party, believe it or not. And I wouldn't have said anything. If it had been me, I just played it off.
Right.
Literally, this person went to the wrong party.
Oh, no.
Not even the party they were supposed to be at. And nobody was mean or anything like that at all. They just walked in, hey, how are you? And just started walking around this party going, so, now, do you know so-and-so? I'm going, no. Oh, well, so how are you here? I'm like, I got invited. And they're like, okay. Now, at first, I didn't catch on and anything. Nobody was catching on. And before you know it, this person keeps walking around going, so how do you know Terry? I don't know Terry. Well, how did you get invited here? They're just, I guess they really like Terry and they're protecting Terry or whatever. They're like, so what are you doing here at Terry's house? And it's like, I got invited. You know? Eventually, after like what seems to be at least 20 minutes, at least, we've all reached the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Terry, and who the hell are you? Can we ask you a question? Yeah. What are you doing here? Who invited you? If it had been me, I would have stopped. I just would have sat down somewhere, had a beer, and just been quiet. If you actually go to somewhere and you don't belong there, stop walking around trying to figure out why is that. What are you doing
Why
here?
are you here?
Who's that? I don't know you. What are you here
I've never
for?
seen you before.
How come you're here?
Yeah.
Didn't I see you on
Never
a bus
seen you
once?
before.
I don't like you. Who are you? Why are you here? That person didn't even
Oh.
belong to the party. And then finally, when it was all realized, apparently the person was so embarrassed they just left. I'm like, good Lord, you just went through all that. I'd have stayed.
Yeah, you're here now.
You now have something to talk about.
At this party.
Yes. Before you were being a jerk. Now everybody knows you're not that smart. Now we have something to talk about. Let's talk about that. Nope, they left.
Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you the last little quick one. We had next door neighbors that used to live here, and as you know, that they were gay, beautiful, beautiful people. Anyways, we got invited to a party. We went over there, and so my husband comes with, and it's getting ready to wind down, and for us, it's time to leave. So he's in the kitchen talking to a bunch of people. I'm in the living room talking to another bunch of people because there's quite a few people there. And I hear my husband from the other room saying, "This party is gay. Let's leave." I thought, oh my God, this is the wrong thing to say. Luckily, my neighbor, that was hosting the party, she was in the kitchen. She came from the other room and she just was laughing. And she says, "Your husband is absolutely hilarious." She's like, "You guys are invited back anytime." But my heart skipped a beat because I thought that was it. We were going to be like, "Get out, never come back. I don't want to see you." That was embarrassing.
For me, the only really embarrassing, I did, wow. This one here the lady was making something. I think it was boiled dinner. You know what boiled dinner is?
Yes, my dad makes it.
Okay, and it smelled really good. Okay, so I took the lid off and I was smelling it, and I saw there was this, there's always that stirring apparatus that's leaned off on the little thing. So I gave it a stir. Yeah, I hadn't noticed her coming in though as I put the spoon to my lips, and apparently they frown on that. Apparently.
Oh my goodness. And with that, I think I need some recovery time.
And then to top it all off, you know what I did? I looked at her and went, "What? I was just trying to see if it was any good." Oops.
Okay, well, anyways, we need to take a break. I have to go talk to John about some etiquette rules here. Hang around for the second half of the show. Be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. This is Ms. B, and you're listening to a Quickie with Ms. B. If you missed the first half of the show, you need to go back and check it out. And by the way, let me just throw this out really quick. You can find us on YouTube, Google, iHeart, Spotify, and Spreaker. Those are just some of the podcasts that you can find us on. So please make sure to check those out as well, and all the other various podcasts. All right, John, let's dive into this one because this ought to be good. Let's talk about the dreaded holidays.
Oh my God.
Everybody out there probably just went with a big sigh because I'm sure we all have stories.
Yeah, and anybody who didn't sigh, stop pretending you love your family.
Yes.
Stop
because
it. We're not buying
one in the family.
Yeah, we're not buying it.
We are not buying it at all.
I love my family when they stand over there. Where's there? Shreveport, Louisiana.
But that's 1,500 miles away.
Exactly. I send cards. Unless you're me. Then you forget to send the cards. You just keep them in the trunk.
Until the next year.
Yeah. Did you send those? Oops. You sent the gifts, right? I got next year's presents.
We're all taken care of.
Yeah. That's probably absolutely my worst holiday story ever. I don't think I could have done anything more stupid. She's like, you got to mail all this. I'm like, okay. And I mean, there's boxes of cards and boxes of presents.
Right.
So I got to go to the post office to do that. But then I've also got to do this other errand where I have to go pick up some important things for me. These are things for me. Okay.
Okay.
And I need room in the trunk. So I took out the presents and I set them in the garage. Now, it's winter time, obviously, so I don't go in the garage a lot. Okay? Yep. So I put the cards in there in the garage. And then I brought my stuff home, and she asked me if I had gone. So I went out. I couldn't remember if I had went or not, so I went and checked the car. There were no presents in it and no cards, so I must have gone. Cue next spring.
When John goes out to the garage.
Of course, she never follows me anywhere until that day. Then all you hear is, "Oh my God, are you serious?" It's like, I look over. What did I do? Yeah.
You're in trouble now.
Must have. You said. I thought I did. They weren't in the car. Now I know why they weren't in the car.
6 months later.
Yeah. Well, we can just send those off this year. And this is why you never date your Christmas cards. Public service announcement, folks. Don't date your cards. If you date me.
Note to self.
Yeah.
Just saying. Well, since you brought up with the Christmas, I have to tell you the story about the one Christmas at my mother-in-law's. Now, every year she kind of gives unusual presents, and we just kind of go, what? But this one was extremely unusual, and it really raised some eyebrows, and not just mine, everybody else in the family. So picture it. We're all sitting around. She's dispersing the Christmas presents for everybody to open up, and we're opening up all of our Christmas presents. And I get to my last box. I'm opening it up, and it's a fire ladder.
That's a very practical gift. Was it a 30-foot chain ladder?
Yes.
That's a Whoa, Grandma. Whoa, Grandma.
No. Why would you? I mean, every other year, she is giving, something that you can use. Like, in the sense of, I'm going to give you toilet paper, Kleenex, goofy stuff like that. But usable.
A 30-foot fire ladder indicates that it's used for one specific thing, and if it ever happens, you'll be glad you have it.
Oh. I took it as, why did she give this to me? Is she secretly going to burn down my house? Does she hate me that bad? I mean, you can imagine all the thoughts.
And everybody else has got toilet paper, and you're going, I wish I had got toilet paper.
Right? That was about it, too. I just didn't get it. Why I needed a fire ladder.
At least you guys got hand soap.
And so, of course, she's going around asking everybody, do you like your presents? You can't say no because you don't want to make her mad.
People, stop doing that. Stop asking people if they like your presents. Seriously, unless you want us to answer. Do not ask any more people. From this Christmas forward, do not do it unless you're intending on allowing them to answer. Because there's many times I'd like to go, you know what? Actually, you give me $5, I'll give this back.
Exactly.
I'll take the 5.
Laughing too hard there. Sorry. But yeah, I just didn't know what to do with that. It was one of those, huh?
But and of course, everybody's like, I'd have been excited. I'd have been excited about it.
My sister-in-law, she leans over and she goes, did you really ask for that? I'm like, hell no. So we're both dazed and confused as to why.
See, what you should have done, you should have freaked out. That would have been great. You'd been like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Yes, yes, Jeff. Hold it over your head and run around the room.
Best person ever.
That'd have been great.
Oh yeah, no, not so much. And with that, I think we need to be done with this topic because I don't need a glass of wine. We're getting our way up to working to a bottle of wine. Just saying.
She wants to know if it comes in by the case.
Right. It's in a box.